everyone. In this particular session, we will be discussing about a reheating of a Rankine cycle. Similarly, in case of a Brayton cycle, you have studied the regeneration, intercooling, as well as the reheating methods of improving the efficiency of a Brayton cycle asset in the module number 2. In this particular thing, what we will be doing is we will be studying the effect of reheating on the Rankine cycle. So previously, in case of a reheating, what we used to do, we used to expand the steam in two different turbines, as namely one is the HP turbine and the other is the LP turbine. Previously, for the normal Rankine cycle, there was only one big turbine, which was main turbine, where the steam is to expand from 1 to 2 directly, correct? What here we are doing is we are expanding the steam from 1 to 5 and from 6 to 2. To be precise, 1 to 5 in HP turbine and 6 to 2 in LP turbine. So what are you doing in between these two stages of expansion? You are reheating the things. That means once the steam has been expanded from 1 to 5, it will lose its temperature, is it? So that particular temperature is again heated back. That is from state 5 to state 6, it is heated back and again it is sent to LP turbine, where it gets expanded from 6 to 2. By this way, you are extracting more work out of the turbine. Let us have a look into the TS diagram of it. So this is the TS diagram of reheat Rankine cycle. So as explained earlier, so 1 to 5 are expanding in case of a HP turbine, and again you are reheating from 5 to 6 using a reheater. Okay, back to the state number 6, that is almost similar to the initial temperature, that is number 1. So again you are expanding from 6 to 2 in case of a LP turbine. That means there are two turbines, there are two turbine work outputs. If you want to calculate the net turbine work output, you should add the work done from 1 to 5 as well as the work done from 6 to 2. Clear? So this is how we will derive the efficiency of a vapor power cycle, which is a reheating in condition. So as similarly, efficiency of a Rankine cycle is given as net work output divided by heat supplied. Net work output is equals to net heat output. So workflow is equals to heat flow in case of a first class. So we are taking that. So net heat flow is nothing but heat supplied plus heat rejected. Okay. So this is the thing. Again, what you will be doing is you will be calculating heat supplied. How will you be calculating heat supplied? That is 4 to 1 and 5 to 6, because why 5 to 6? You are reheating from 5 to 6. The total heat added would be from 4 to 1, which is getting added in 3 different processes. Once again, I am repeating it. 4 to A is an economizer, where your subcooled liquid gets transferred into saturated liquid. You are heating the temperature, you are heating up so that the temperature of the liquid reaches 100 degrees Celsius at this particular point. From A to B, what happens? Whatever heat you are supplying in the boiler, it will be used to convert its phase without changing its temperature. See, from A to B, there is no change in temperature, there is only change in phase. If the state is moving from here to here, that means it is improving its dryness fraction from A to B. So at this particular point, it has the dryness fraction of 1. That means it is completely converted into vapor. That means it is in the saturated vapor condition at state B. Okay. So once it has reached the saturated vapor, again you are using the superheater to heat it further so that its temperature gets increased from up to state 1. So this is what happens. Okay. So from 1 to 5, you are expanding again in the HP turbine. 5 to 6, you are reheating it. So totally I can say, in how many stages you are adding heat? You are adding heat from 4 to 1, which is a preliminary one, and you are adding heat from 5 to 6, which is reheating one. So you need to add those two, 4 to 1 and 5 to 6. So 4 to 1, how will you calculate? Again, it is a heat, so it is final minus initial. Final state is 1 and initial state is 4, so it is 1 minus 4, that is H1 minus H4. Again, if you have to calculate the heat supplied during the process 5 to 6, what it is? Heat supplied. So it is final minus initial. Final is state 6, initial is state 5, so it is H6 minus H5. The same thing is written here. And where is the heat rejected? Heat rejected is from state 2 to 3 in the condenser, is it? So again it is final minus initial, because it is hit, The final is a state 3, initial is state 2, so it is H3 minus H2. So this is how we calculate the thing. Substitute the same thing in this particular thing, you'll get this. Change this particular thing, you will add the negativity here. Supply the denominators to both the numerators, you'll get this. Okay. Similarly, you can calculate the turbine work output and the pumping work. So again, we shall discuss it once again. Where are your turbines? Your turbines are from 1 to 5 and 6 to 2, is it? So 1 to 5, you must add the two turbines to get the net turbine work output. So work in the sense that is initial minus final, so it is H1 minus H5 plus the second turbine, initial minus final, so it is H6 minus H2. So this is the turbine work output. Now, where is the pumping work? Here is the pumping work. Pumping work is again work. So it is initial minus final, so it is H3 minus H4. So this is how you will calculate your turbine work and pumping work. Okay, so this is how the reheating happens in case of a Rankine cycle.